Okay, guys, sorry about that. I was literally just fantasizing and daydreaming and staring at charts. Whew. It's 17 o'clock, or it's 9:17 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we got a little bit of time. I'm too busy watching Ross Cameron. What is he up to sometimes? Sometimes I would like to actually watch him, but I always got you guys updating me on that as well. Okay, guys, so let's quickly do the housekeeping and then let's dive into things because I'm all over the place this morning. I think I'm like 18 trades deep or something like that. I'm down about $100. Actually, more like $90 because again, we had a trade that ended yesterday. So P&L open, although the P&L day is confusing. Oh well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Basically, I'm down $100 so far pre-market. I've just been sliding around like crazy. I've been cutting losses like crazy. I'll be up 1% or 2%, looking for that third percent, looking for those, 3% is a base hit. I'm not looking for anything blow away. And then it dips down, I take a loss. And it's just like over and over and over again. It happened probably like, I don't know, 6, 7 times this morning. I was like, oh my Lord. And then all the ones I wanted, end up taking off. Whatever. It's one of those days so far for me, so I got to be really careful today. First of all, guys, good morning. Welcome back to the stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. First of all, welcome to everyone that's totally new. We got like 130 subscribers yesterday. I don't think we've ever had that number ever in a day. I think a lot of it's to KODK. I'm not really totally sure, but I think that's what it put a lot of eyes on our last live stream and just in general. So welcome if you're new. We're going to do a little bit more recap and then we're going to dive into the watch list. So today it's Thursday. It's the 30th of July. Tomorrow's the last trading day of the week. And I think of the month would be actually tomorrow, right? Yeah, so 31 days in July. It's 9:18, actually 19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got to slay through this bad boy. We got 11 minutes before the market opens at 9:30. We'll wrap up trading usually around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Quick reminder, this is for education and entertainment purposes only. Do not follow my trades. They're quick and really, really not meant to be followed. Always know yourself while you're entering and exiting a stock, especially what your stops are. This community is a place for us to help each other. Please do not spam or you will be put in timeout. Check out the video description below. There's tons of questions down there, FAQs down there. Let's get started with the watch list and what do we start with? Probably SBPH. This was one of the lead gappers, SBPH, that I was looking at today. 16 million float, US biotech partnership, had a partnership with F-Star Therapeutics, mission to create the next gen immune therapy. So it sounded all really, really good. At first, I was trading it pretty hot in this area. Got a great bounce. Actually, I was up like 10% on this one. And then I averaged up near the resistance. I have no idea why I did that. And then I think I took a small profit or small loss on this one. Either way, it was a scratch, even though I was up 10%. But the problem is my first entry was tiny. It was like $700. And that's why percentage, like dollar wise, I wasn't really up that much at all on this one. Then I try to buy this dip down here. It doesn't really work, scratch. Then I try to buy this dip. I'm up like 3% or 2 something. And then, I didn't take my profits. Then again, this one, I'm just red all over the place. And then this is like my last attempt and we pull back here and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to close out at 64. I got to listen to my stops. And then it runs up here like 8%. I'm like, I chased it one more time in this area and stopped out, had to break even. So SPPH, I won't be trading it probably anymore. It's already pulling back over 50%. You guys know I don't trade stocks pulling back more than 30% once the market opens. So most likely I won't be looking at SPPH at all at this point. Maybe there's going to be some more dip trades on it, but at the moment I'm not even looking at it. There's one trade that's open from yesterday. Let me quickly go to it. AIHS. This is a former runner and we bought some bigger support down here on it. Unfortunately, I didn't get to take some profits in this area and unfortunately it was a partial fill. So I was waiting for a little bit bigger move past 0.7. We didn't get it. It just, again, kind of a sloppy setup here for me. I might just close this one so I don't have to look at it, but these have worked very, very well. The problem is sometimes they sell off 5-10% from my entry before they run 30-40%. And I'm really, really big with risk management. If you can't manage your risk, honestly, trading is going to be a very, very difficult career for you because you might have a streak where you're making great trades for a month or two, and then one trade can ruin your account. So you have to be able to avoid that. And you know what? I will close out any position, as best as I can, but I'm getting much, much better at that. So it sucks sometimes, but you just got to do it. So that's AIHS. We're going to be watching that one out of the gates. Kndi, man, just, man, this morning, usually pre-market, I'll be on a bit of a flow, but today I was not at all. Kndi, one of the lead gappers as well, 38 million flow, China auto manufacturer. And, their news is they want to launch into electric vehicles. That's their news. I don't know if they have anything more concrete than that, but these guys are up now 77%, which is quite crazy. I would like to buy these guys on a pre-market dip. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I try to buy this small crack here. I thought it was going to be a small crack, didn't end up being a small crack, and I closed this one. I used really, really small position size on this one because I knew something about this was probably going to be shady, or I just didn't really trust it. So luckily I used small size and I walked away. This is actually looking like a really good dip right here. This could be a phenomenal dip. Doesn't look like there's any news about this one. It's came out at 9/11. Oh man, just these news that comes out so close to the market open always freaks me out a little bit. Yeah. I'm running out of things to say because I'm like so disappointed the way everything opened up today. CLRB, I had a really small trade CLRB on this one. Actually, I had several small trades. This one was so stressful. Again, 8 million float, US buy tag, didn't have a catalyst, but it was popping up really nicely, didn't hold its highs. I tried to buy near the support area, had some winners, had some losses. It was just slippery all the way down, didn't get the reverse I was waiting for. Eventually popped up here and I basically made back my losses on these trades. It was just absolutely a disaster. There's not much more I can say about it. And then huge, the only one I'm really profitable with at the moment. And then again, this one was also very sloppy. Try to dip by it here, had a decent little trade, try to dip in this area, didn't get the reversal, try to dip in this area, didn't get the reversal. Eventually, the one time I didn't try to buy the dip on it, it goes up, 17%. So it's like, it just, sometimes you have to realize like, okay, it's a bit sloppy here today, Alex, in terms of, what you're doing and also the reversal. So these stocks are really selling off very aggressive. I mean, how many lead gappers are selling off over 50%? You just don't see that all the time. So just be careful, guys, with that. That's really all I have to say. Huge 10 million, shares outstanding. I couldn't find the float on Finviz, Canadian drug manufacturer. They're spinning off, I think, their cannabis division in Canada. And sometimes when a company spins off a failing division, it's really good news. Makes the company more agile, lightweight, and they can focus on their core business. So that is actually really good news, but it's selling off huge. So I don't know. I really don't know. What I do think, because these sell-offs have been so wicked, that out of the gates, when the market opens, we might have some really fat 10-20% moves out of the gates. Take your profits and probably just walk away. I think that's going to be one way to do today. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Huge. Every time it spiked up, besides this one attempt here, it really sold off all day. So right now, huge is roughly at $6. So kind of in this area. If we have a quick sell-off, I probably would enter it. Yeah, Satoshi, super true. I couldn't agree more. So yeah, okay. So let's think about how we're going to trade this market open. So obviously I'm watching huge. That's without a doubt. I think this thing, there's a good chance that this thing's going to sell off about 6 to 8% at the open. I'm not totally sure. That's a total guess. It might not even sell off. It might just start spiking higher. But I would wait for this crack here at 5, and anything in the 50s, maybe even 60s would be pretty nice, I think. Again, really tough to say what's going to happen here. So I'm going to put a limit order here around 61. Maybe we can snag it, or 63. I don't know. I might move it. Just know that whatever our limit orders I have out does not mean it's going to be there in the next second. It just, sometimes I place limit orders as reminders or alerts, because getting executed on TUS you know, a sound goes off and then you could average down or buy more. But with an alert, they almost don't, they almost never work in the first 15 minutes of the market open. Sometimes they do, but like the hit rate is like 50-50. So I don't know. So I'll keep huge open over here. We got another 2-3 minutes here till the market opens. Guys, remember SPY is down 1% right now. So this should be a pretty red open, which oftentimes is good for small caps. But, you know, EDSA is really our main small cap with that 5 million float. Huge, you know, kind of in that small cap range. We'll see. KNDI has a really, really big market cap. So this one's more of like a mid cap almost to me. Krill, I like it. I like it. EDSA, let's see here, popping up. I already got my time of force into day. I think there's no way I'm going to buy EDSA out of the gates, unless it's pulling back. It's crazy. You know, this chart is so rough, and this one's all the way here at $17. EDSA files IND phase 2 out of 3 of a coronavirus study. I got to say, I'm really surprised that it's up so much. Filed an investigational new drug IND application with the US FDA for treatment of hospitalized coronavirus patients. Interesting. Yeah, look, HOGE is already pulling back, so I might remove my limit orders. Another minute here till the market opens. My God, what a hectic day. Eugene, I use TD Ameritrade. Again, that's one of those classic questions that is in the FAQ below. TD Ameritrade, ThinkorSwim platform. HOGE is at 575. I wouldn't be surprised if it cracked 5.5 and maybe found some support closer to 5.4. So I'm going to be watching that one out of the gates. Another 20 seconds here, guys. Good luck, everyone. Keep an open mind and keep those limit orders ready to go. KNDI finding some support here at 16. All right, good luck, everyone. Just entered CBAT and looking for an entry here on huge. Just had an entry on huge, looking for a turnaround there. Sorry, my screen did not switch. Quick little trade here on huge. Bought the dip, like I said, right around 44. This might break through here, 10% already. Had a pretty big position size. Had about 600 shares on that one. Sorry, I did not realize my screen did not switch. CBAT, another one I'm currently in, CBAT. This is actually one that I had a leftover limit order on this one. Let's quickly check here. Pulled back down. Let's see if it can have this crack here. Would like to take profits really soon. All right, I am out of CBAT. Like I said, guys, I'm only looking really for like those really conservative bounces here. Wow, this is really crazy today. Everything is just all over the place. So it looks like I'm back in the green today. That was a pretty sketchy way to start off the day. We're back about $200 in the green. CBAT and huge, big dip buys on these. Really, really big dip buys. That was kind of what I was looking for today. CBAT was a lead gapper today that kind of disappeared, and I just had a leftover limit order. Forgot to review that one. EDSA just got halted. Man, this is just like, I knew I didn't really want to trade EDSA. I felt like really, I don't know, I didn't really know if I could trust this one. HUGE is still pulling back here. Just trying to be careful on it. EDSA is going to probably open up here at 35. So we got a little bit more time. Here's my AIHS position, looking for this one to break past 67 here. Only got a partial fill on this one, so let's see where it can go. HUGE is pulling back again. I'd be really careful of this one for breaking 5.5. Might have a double bottom though. Could be a possible entry. Let's see if it breaks 5.5 again. That would be probably the best entry I could think of. No, it doesn't look like it's going to do it. Could start breaking up higher here. 569. Not trying to get an early entry on this one, to be honest. Let's go back to EDSA, see how this one's going to open up here. I know this is going to be pretty interesting. Huge is definitely toast. I think there could be one more opportunity for a break of the 9-minute EMA on huge. That's really what I'm waiting for on it. And actually, it might be happening right now. Kndi, guys, is pulling back as well. Man, we've had so many sketchy tickers today, huh? Whew, today's definitely one of the sketchier days I've witnessed in quite some time, maybe several weeks. Just a lot of selling pressure here. Another minute before EDSA opens up. Usually halts are about 5 minutes long. Watching huge. Let's see if it finds some support below 50, 550. Got an entry at 36, 536. Looking for one more chance to give this one for a possible turnaround. Going to use smaller size this time. I just don't really trust huge overall. EDSA is about to open up here, so let's kind of give this one a chance. Still holding my huge position, but I want to see EDSA pop up here. Just know that we have big support at about 5.5. We cracked it, but very lightly. So just had an entry there on this one. Looking for huge to break above 6. I don't know if we're going to get it, but that's just kind of my game plan. EDSA here, big break higher out of the hold. Having a pullback to the 9-minute EMA. This is good fun to watch. Still looking at HTBX. Alex, no, I'm not really sure about that. At least not today. Woo, congrats to anyone getting this EDSA. Looks like it might bracket past 18.5. I'm not going to be trading it. It's way too high for me. I'm holding huge right now. Huge is breaking higher. Let me quickly show you guys what's going on here. I had an entry there on this dip, like I was saying. Just kind of commentating through this one, 534. I'm looking for this to break $6. I'm only going to give this like one shot here. Let's see what happens. In terms of like, I probably won't be trading huge much more the rest of the day. Let's see, 580. Smaller position than the last, half the position size of the last trade. We did 600 shares on the last trade. This trade, I'm only doing 300 shares. I would like to see that crack of $6. Can we see it? This thing sold off so aggressively all day that maybe it's going to have at least one bounce that's really, really nice. It sold off about 55% already. So I'm looking for that break of 6. It's very, very weak here. But overall, that sell candle wasn't that strong yet. But, you know, we're only at 37.35. So this one, there is still time in this one. Big question here, you know, can we break above 6? If we break above 6, I'd probably be taking profits fairly quickly. Small position size here. I have a bit of a cushion, so I feel a little bit more comfortable with HUGE. I would like to see it break probably on this candle here. I don't really want to just let it chill too long. Last candle didn't have that much sell volume, so that makes me feel pretty comfortable. $570. Let's see if 570 can get it chipped away. I would like to see a little bit of more momentum come in on this one. 538, still halfway through the minute right now. 540. We are holding above 5.5. That's giving me some confidence here on this one. Here we go. A little bit more energy coming in right now at 5.7. $9:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's almost 10 minutes now since the market opened. 579, really building up a little bit of momentum here. I really want to see a bit more volume coming in. Can we break above 6? That's the big question here. A lot of sellers on HUGE. That's why I'm not going to be very bullish above 6. I would like to see the break of 6, and who knows how far it can go. I don't really think it's going to touch VWAP. I don't really see it going to 7 maybe, but I could definitely see about 6.3 or something like that. Here we go, 590, 6. Back to 590. $6.8. Still a lot of selling pressure here. $6.16. I'm gonna see if I can take some profits. Boom, took profits at $6.24. I said join the ask on my other screen. That's all I did. Here it goes, 431. So this is the part where you could start getting FOMO, but you know, I knew what I wanted. I got what I wanted, and that's totally fine. So always know, guys, what you want. Know what your targets, know what your stops are. If HUGE pulled back, it would have been totally fine. You're not always right. And this morning, I was wrong more than I was right. But I cut my losses every time, and that's how you live to trade another day. So right now, HUGE, about another 20 cents up here. So I could have probably went bigger aggressive position size, but I did not really want to do that. Here we go, HUGE, still pulling, really, really nice. Thanks, Joe. Big buyers, look at that. 658, huge amount of buyers. Whoa, Hugh just got halted. Oh, talk about selling too soon. Okay, now I have a little bit of FOMO. Oh well, a little bit of FOMO is healthy. Nice, Jay. Nice, nice, nice. Congrats to everyone holding this into the hold. Really, really good stuff. EDSA, super overextended. This is why I did not want to trade EDSA. BLNK, you know, this one has been a phenomenal swing trade. I've had a limit order on this one for quite some time in a very low spot. This is actually kind of interesting how it's moving here. Electric vehicle kind of, it's been super trendy. Big support kind of here in the 12 and then big resistance here at the 415 zone. I don't know if I'm going to be trading huge. I could see this one coming out with a halt. I don't really like the fact that, I mean, not a halt, some warrants or some shares or shelf offering. I don't know. Selling volume is decreasing, and decreasing. This could be a short squeeze. I just don't see myself trading it. Let's go back to huge. I think this is probably one of the more interesting ones. Yeah, you're probably right, Joe. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful. Makes me really, really excited. I probably could have held this one a little bit longer since I used a smaller position size. Wow, my last position size was almost, I think, $4,000. So I'm getting really close to that $5,000 mark. Thanks, Satoshi, for sharing that. CBAT had a really, really nice run. I could have been holding this one much, much longer. We had an entry at 102, and then I sold somewhere into the first pop, and now it's up 25%. But hey, you know, I'll take those profits anytime because you just don't know how high these stocks are going to go, and a lot of the time they don't really go that high. So I don't really regret selling too soon ever. Yeah, Gabrielle, that's not a bad idea. I usually don't do it. If I do sell half, I'll just typically sell the other half because I'm watching these tickers very, very closely. But if you're going to hold it longer and you plan on holding it longer, that's a pretty good idea. How did I know that 5.3 to 5.5 was big? Why is a good area to buy? That's a good question. Honestly, on huge, we'll talk about this in the recap video. So if you're totally new here, guys, definitely consider subscribing because we come out with a recap every day. The market's open. So huge had huge support right here at $5 roughly, and then 5.3 even more, I would say. We always know that $5.50 zones are really, really key zones, like 5.5. So what I thought is because we've already had a test here, there's going to be at least a second test here, double bottom, near this kind of 5 to 5.5 zone. So I felt like anytime averaging down into this area was really, really good risk reward. I knew if it broke 520, 5 maybe 17 or so, I'd be cutting my losses and I can manage that risk. I'd be taking 10 to 15, maybe 20 cents a share risk, which is okay. It's totally manageable. But the upside to this, if this is support and breaks higher here, you know, you're talking about like a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio. So I found HQGE to be a very, very good risk reward ratio. And that's why I went super aggressive on it right on the red to green move. Nice, Darian. HUGE is going to open up here in like 20 seconds, and then we can go to Kndi. Yeah, Daniel, is pretty much just as decent risk reward, as good as risk reward gets, and that's why I went pretty aggressive on it. Look at this, huge opening up here. Could crack 7. Oh man, imagine we held this one. Woo! This would be one of my biggest winners, even with a smaller position size. Okay, quick pullback here to 6. Let's see if this continues. I could see this ripping right back up, but maybe not. Maybe not. There's so many sellers on HUGE. What I do like is that 10 million shares outstanding, probably even a less float. $6 looking like it's going to hold here. Let's see if this is going to rip, have a reversal, and then maybe curl back. That's what I would be hopeful for. I don't know. Let's give it a little bit longer here. It needs to go up half the candle. If it goes up half the candle, it's a very bullish sign. So we got to break like 630 something. If we don't break 630 something and the volume doesn't come in here, I'd be very nervous with this one. Let's see, 622, 627, 630. That's a good sign. Really, really good sign. Okay, the bulls might be back here. Let's see what happens. This is either a place to take profits or hold for the break of the last high candle, which would be 6.7. Okay, 6.7. Nice. Really nice move. Congrats to anyone that bought that dip. Really solid stuff there. 14% move. Phenomenal. I wouldn't probably be super aggressive in this area. I'd probably be taking my profits. I'd probably take them too soon, but the reason is this thing sold off more than 30% pre-market, and anytime there's a stock that sells off so aggressively, I'm extra cautious with. So just kind of keep that in mind. This is one of those to be very, very cautious with. There's huge selling pressure. Check out the daily chart as well. This is really not the one to, buy the breakout and get really aggressive on, I think. Nice, Gabrielle. There it is, half the candle, yep. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you're learning something new, if you're enjoying the community. I appreciate all the support, guys. It's a really easy thing to do and it makes a big difference. Whew, 9:48, guys. Wow, I'm already exhausted. Yeah, it really helps to look at these stocks starting at about, I start looking at them about 6:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That way I have a better feel for how they move by the time the market opens. Kndi, let's go back to this one. I know it's a hot topic. Do I have interest in SNGX still? Not at the moment, not to day trade at least. Appreciate it, Emil. Kndi. Second big green day. I'm not a big fan of second green days. I'm especially not a big fan of third, fourth, and fifth big green days. So Kndi was one to be really careful with. It does have a bigger float, so it does have that bounce potential. But this is one, my order is not showing up here, but I try to trade this one pre-market, and I was fumbling left and right. I was constantly making mistakes on it. So, I don't really feel like I need to get super aggressive on this ticker. So I don't know. Did find some big support here at 12.5, which is actually funny because on my watch list, on my sheet right here, I wrote $12 big support, possible red to green or dip buy. But yeah, I wasn't really looking at this one. What software do I use? ThinkorSwim. Yeah, thanks, Gabriel, for answering that. Remember, guys, FAQs in the video description below. HUGE might pull back here again. This could be an entry below 6. I would do a very small trade if I did an entry below 6. I wouldn't be looking for a blowaway trade. I would be looking for a very, very simple base hit at this point. I think HUGE is losing volume fast, and I don't know, some of the best trading opportunities, I believe, maybe are behind it. I don't know. It's always hard to say. But look at the sell volume on HUGE on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, but Gabriella, that's true. TOS really gets the job done. It's a bit of a love-hate relationship with TOS because it does have its glitchy moments, but I think most softwares, do have some sort of glitchy moments, so it is what it is. Wow, look at EDSA, such an aggressive pullback. I was so nervous with trading this ticker because it was up so much. It's just such an irregular day trading. And when the days are like this weird, there's no way I'm going to be trading breakouts or getting super aggressive on like any sort of bad risk reward trade, especially when it's overextended. HUGE could be breaking 6 here, guys. $6 getting chipped away. How low can it go? That's the big question. We know 5.6 is big support. HUGE might get halted here, or this could be a fake halt. I don't know. 9/11 they had some news come out. Oh my God, Huge was halted on the way down, guys. I would maybe actually consider buying this when it opened up at 57. So let's see what happens here. Am I still trading HTBX? I have no HTBX at the moment, but honestly, HTBX, if I just stuck to kind of like my probably gut feeling on this one, we could have walked away pretty profitable on it because, it's been consolidating in this zone. And then, yeah, it had a really nice spike here back to 2.6. I was trading this yesterday quite a bit. I missed this beautiful reversal, and then right around 2.2, which is clear support, had that big reversal. But I'm not trading HTBX, but yeah, it could have been a good overnight for sure, I think. I'm going to get probably a bit more confident with my overnight soon, but it's a lot to think about, extra stuff to think about, and I don't know. Sometimes it stresses me out a little bit. All right, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're going to have Huge open up here in about, I don't know, 3 minutes or so. 5 now, yeah. All right, guys. We got another minute and 50 seconds before HUGE opens up. Congrats to anyone that got this $14 bounce. Absolutely beautiful. 15-16% bounce. Probably a pretty obvious move. I don't even know why I didn't trade it. Hindsight's always 2020, but I don't know. I might wrap up trading early today, guys. I really didn't feel the market we were in today. What's the move on Huge? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't really like trading halts on the way down. but maybe I would consider buying some sort of pullback on this one. The size of my portfolio is over $25,000. That's why we can trade unlimited. But I'll constantly be taking money out of this one. I don't need it to go much more. Oh, I just realized EDSA is halted as well. I was like, why is this one not moving? I wasn't really focused on it. All right, guys, let's watch huge open up next 30 seconds. Any thoughts on IDEX? No, but we'll definitely check it out. Here we go. Opening up any second. Opens lower. 58, 54. Don't really see this one going lower. I actually wanted to buy around 50s. I was hoping for a crack of 50, but we didn't get it. I'm going to go ahead and close my limit order. Scary stuff here on this one. Really good chance that it's going to retest $6 at least. That's what would be my guess. Could have probably got a bit more aggressive on that. It's already down quite a bit. Yeah, okay. I'd probably be taking profits already if I had my entry. Yeah, I'd be out. I would be out of this one. Boom! Sweet! Just like that, you can make 7%. Beautiful. Beautiful way that this one moves. I missed it. Yeah, lowering position size is the best way to manage risk, 100%. So if you don't feel comfortable but you want to trade and learn, just use small position size and, you know, then that's perfect. You don't have to take any major risks. HUGE could be pulling back again. Still looking for a possible setup on this one. Don't really want to push it, but we'll see what happens. It's about to be 10 o'clock here. IDEX doesn't have any catalyst. Keep that in mind, guys. Kind of on the backside of a move. Huge resistance on this one around 1.615. I'd be surprised if it held this area with such low volume. I don't really see much happening with IDEX unless some headline comes out. But this looks like just a bottom bounce. I probably wouldn't trade it. It does have pretty okay moves though. So maybe I would trade it on a bigger 5-minute setup of some sort. QTGDP came out on 32%. That is so wicked. All right, huge pulling off again. That's why I'd be taking profits so quickly on these tickers right now. Look at huge, probably going to break 5.5. I would not be surprised. Yep, here it goes, 555 or 55. 555. This would be really good if I trained myself like as a career auctioneer. It'd be like huge 555, 560, 555. I feel like that would really help. I used to work at an auction actually when I was a kid. It was my only real job. And then I met trading. Huge pulling back. This could be the break of 5.5. Here we go. I would not be buying there. I could be wrong. Oh, there it goes. Look at that flush. 530. Let's see if we get a little bounce here. This is a double bottom right now. Would not be holding this one too aggressively. Small position, small bounce, looking for base hits here. I'm out of this trade already. Close it way too fast. I clicked in the wrong spot. Ugh. Yeah, I sold at 5.4. I should have sold at 550. Well, whatever. I'll take my 7 cents a share. That's 21 bucks. That's dinner. TAOP flying after hold. Please do that for the entire stream, imagine. Nice, Michael. TAOP. Wow, this thing is up 2,000%. Doesn't that mean it has a reverse split? This thing's up not... Yeah, it's a reverse split, guys. Be careful with this one. What was that, like a 1 to 10? 1 to 6 reverse split. Yeah. Just, I don't know how I feel about that. What's the float on this thing? Up 200%? Yeah, they have a catalyst, some ridiculous catalyst mark cloud platform. Just be careful. TAOP is really up so much because it has the 1 to 6 reverse split. It's really up more like 200% on the day. Yeah, Ben, totally agree. It's so important that you are feeling good when you trade, that you have a clear mind. It's so easy to make a simple mistake. I think that was me pre-market today. I made one mistake after another. I was down about almost 200 bucks at one point. It was, you know, sloppy central, and you just don't want to be in that place. We're still in AIHS. Let me probably check this one out and maybe consider closing it. It's barely moving here. Touch my limit order again. I would like to be alerted if it pulls above 66, and if it does not pull above 66, then I also want to be alerted and kind of close this one out for a loss, or actually a profit, a small profit. Yeah, let's see what happens. ED, huge, looks like it's pulling back again. Watch out. Does anyone know the actual float on huge? Here we go, huge. I'm looking for that break of 5.3 maybe. And if we can break this area with low volume and hold $5, I would probably consider buying huge again. At the moment, I'm not sure if I'm going to trade it. There we go. There's the break of 30. That's what I was looking for. Nice, going to 511. Whoa, 512 instantly. This might get halted if this thing continues like that. 5.7. If this broke 5, I would probably consider buying it as well. Still watching it very carefully here. No reason to jump on it just yet. This could be a nice little bounce trade though. Don't feel super comfortable in it. This thing pulled off 20% before and we're only at 6%, so I would be only looking for base hits. I would like a break of $5 and find some support, maybe in the high fours. I could see that being a pretty sweet trade. It's finding kind of a bit of support though here. Let's see if it breaks this area. No need to jump on a trade just yet. Even if we miss it, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with missing a trade. 508, 507, 56. That would be the low. 5.5, that's a new low. 10.07, guys. I'd be looking to buy it maybe in the 80s or something like that. I'm not sure if we're going to get it. No, it doesn't really look like it. Would have wanted probably one more pop to the downside there. Back above 5. Let's go back to Kndi, see what this one's up to. I'm going to watch huge on my second screen. Nice Kndi dip here to 1120. This is looking really good. Congrats to anyone that got that move. I was not looking at it, but super, super nice dip near major support and resistance. Sweet stuff. Don't worry, Slams. You'll have your time. Just got to keep learning every day. April, was it? No, was it May to April? I don't know. It may have been April to May. I had 2 months of just scratches. It was the worst. It was so stressful. I think I ended the whole 2 months with like $200 or $300 profit or whatever, something in that area. Basically 2 months of scratches. It was pretty insane. Sweet move here with Kndi, guys. Congrats to anyone that bought this beautiful dip off 11. This was really, really strong. The bounces on Kndi are kind of crazy because they're always in these really weird zones. So you'd really have to watch the order book a little bit closer. Yeah, that bounce was really strong. I like that one. I missed it totally, even though I had a perfect line drawn out there. What's good entry for TAOP? I don't know. I'm really not watching TAOP. Watch out with huge, especially if you're kind of holding this one long. I don't really see this one recovering. I could kind of just see this one pulling back the rest of the day. So I wouldn't be trading huge very aggressively. I'd be really looking for some bigger dips on it and then, you know, buying those and really looking for those base hit reversals, not looking for anything too big. I could be wrong, but that's just my thoughts on it. HCBX below 2.3. Yeah, let me look at it. ADMA. What we got? This is actually one of the top 5 lead gappers on the day, and it's really making some sweet moves. I really like the price range on it. 86 million float is a bit high. Big resistance here at 4. We've mapped this one out before. Above the 180-day moving average, that's really good. And it looks like they're up on earnings or something like that. Or no, their earnings are on the 5th. AIHS is pulling back. I might have to close that position. Okay, emergency use. That's pretty good news. Basically the same thing as fast track. 13% here. I like how this one's trading with the breakout pullbacks. This is really clean. I pretty much guarantee that Ross Cameron's trading this one. I would probably look for a 5-minute setup on this one, some sort of pullback, maybe an entry around 3.9 or something like that. I don't think I would buy it in this area at the moment. I like the news on it. Actually, this alert is pretty unhelpful, I think. Huge looks like it's about to break out of 533. It looks like it's about to break. 535. Yup, boom! It literally just broke. 539. Maybe it was a fake out. I don't know. Oh, man, that was actually a pretty sweet move. I would have loved that one. Now it's, yeah, 8% move from that low of 5. I was too conservative on that one. Oh well. Better too conservative than too aggressive on a move that is selling off. Today we're up about 450 or something like that. I'm not totally sure. Krill. That's Oh man, David, you went over three day trades for you got the pattern day trader rule. I give Fidelity a call, they'll probably lift it. Most likely they will lift it. Yeah, so it looks like we had the right idea with ADMA wanting to buy in the 90s, but I didn't pull the trigger on it, and looks like it's already up 4.5%. I don't think I'm going to buy it in this area. I probably would be taking profits in this area. Might even break 416, but huge resistance in this zone, and I probably wouldn't want to be getting too aggressive in this area. I'd probably buy a crack of the 9-minute EMA and maybe look for some sort of curve reversal move. But again, I'd probably be looking more of a conservative kind of take on this one. Markets are pretty red. Tickers are red, just blah. So do I only do small caps? For day trading, yes. I sometimes day trade large caps, but it's very rare. More like if there's like a perfect move, like Space had a huge dip once, and I think I day traded that one. I don't know. Sometimes I'll day trade it, but very, very rarely. I like the way small caps move. I mean, these tickers, you don't have a lot of stocks that can go 100, 200, 300%, and then one candle is like 10, 20%. That's beautiful. Large cap will never do that. So I like trading the small caps. It's really nice. And then by like 10:30, 11 o'clock, you're done for the day, and it's beautiful. Yeah, AAL, man. That's one I've been looking at like a hawk lately. One AP Pro, thanks, man. Yeah, this month has been feeling pretty good. I've been a bit more in a groove this month, and I think the fact of just going to an unlimited account has helped tremendously because the 25K account is just so stressful. You're always thinking about being limited on trades, thinking this is my last trade, so I need to get the most out of it. That is not what you want to be thinking about. You want to be thinking about what are the charts telling me? I think the 25K challenge was critical to get me to a point where I understood small cap, gap and go strategy much better. But I think at one point I realized that I will accomplish the small count challenge, but it's just going to go very, very slow. I think the hardest part was understanding, okay, 6 months consistently profitable. I clearly, this is clearly possible. But the only thing holding me back is the fact that I'm limited on trades. It's the end month. Load up on discounted stocks today, Satoshi. P&L for this month? I actually don't know. Probably around, I really don't know. Maybe around 3,000. And that's still with trading small position size, between like $1,500 on average. I'm going to have all these stats for you guys this weekend. I'm going to do a monthly recap video. Definitely check it out. I got great feedback in my last monthly recap video. We're going to go through some key patterns, things I really, really like to look for. I already found some trades that I really liked, so definitely consider checking out the recap video. I think it's going to come out Saturday. I'm not totally sure yet, but most likely Saturday. So I'll see you guys there for that one. Definitely subscribe if you're new. Yeah, I mean, Eddie, it's totally up to you. Like, cash accounts are great if you have enough cash in it. But margin accounts are great if you have 25K plus. So I wouldn't have a margin account if I didn't have over 25K in it, I think. Unless I wanted to go like all in every trade. Oh, I don't want to think about that. There's a limit on trades per day. Yeah, if you have an account under $25,000, there is. I have a whole video on the $25,000 challenge and how we set up our account. It's in the video description below. If you guys have any questions about the pattern day trader rule, how we went, kind of managed around it. Huge is putting in a nice little base here, but I don't really see myself trading it. But I do like this on the 5-minute chart. Huge looks actually pretty healthy. Again, I don't think I'm going to trade it, but it sure is tempting. I'm not going to lie. It looks like it's about to break above 5.3. Oy, 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 oy. Yeah, that's true. It's per platform, Gabriella. That's very true. But I was doing that for a while, and I found it kind of annoying. You would have, you know, Webull over here, TD Ameritrade over here. You'd have another platform, maybe Robinhood, and then, you know, whatever other platforms you have, and it's very stressful switching between platforms. I did not like that. Yes, it works. It's an option, but it wasn't for me. I think some people could probably do it much better than I could. I'm not really good at multitasking, so it was not the setup that I wanted. But yeah, you're totally right. With multiple brokerages, you can do that. There's so many ways you can hack around the 25K rule, but in the end of the day, it's a hack. It's like doing something that is not ideal. East Coast Skater, what do you think about Kndi? Need more monitors for that. Pro halted up. Let me think about this for a second. Kndi is actually one of the lead gappers right now based on dollar volume. That's a really, really good sign. I'm trying to watch several tickers at once. Let me see. I'm going to free up some room for Kndi. I really like watching it. I really like watching Huge and Adma, to be honest. I would probably consider buying ADMA pretty soon here. It looks pretty good. Don't really want to be trading probably past 10:30 today, so let's see what happens. KNDI had trying to form a bit of a bull flag here, but it looks like the 9-minute EMA resistance is still really strong on KNDI. Well, watching ADMA pulling off 6.7%. Would maybe consider buying this one on one more dip. Don't think we're going to get it. VWAP is around 3.8. Remember, KNDI is on its second green day. That's always like something I don't like to trade. We have big support here at around $11, $12 though on KNDI. So it could be a reversal area, but again, you know, like not my favorite setup here, second green day. But check this out. I mean, we had a peak here and some base here. We hit that peak, pulled back up to the base. So it's a big question, you know, are we going to hold this area and start seeing a reversal from here? Could be. I like it on the daily. But at the moment, it's still selling off. So keep an eye on the volume. The sell volume, oh crap. Okay. So keep an eye on the sell volume. The sell volume is going lower and lower. That is actually a bullish sign, but I would be very weary of cracking 11.2. Ooh, that was a really strong pullback. Having a double bounce here, double bottom. All things I wouldn't really want to be seeing. $10 or $10.50 is going to be big support on it as well. Man, my second limit order just does not want to get executed on AIHS. This is ridiculous. So let's see if we break back above VWAP here. If we break below this area, I will be getting out of this trade. It does have decent buy volume though. AIHS, still watching this one. Same thing, so we'll close this limit order. Here we go, ADMA. About a 7% dip that first time. That was a really, really strong dip. I don't see myself buying this one just yet. Sell volume is decreasing. $88 came in for support. Yeah, I missed this entry. I was thinking about buying this second dipped here. Nah, maybe I'll buy it on a crack of VWAP. I don't know how I want to trade ADMA. I'll see what happens. Maybe we'll go down like 2 points here. And we'll see what's going to happen. I don't know right now. PRPOB, new big news. PRPO. Oh, that's a big old green candle. Halted on volatility after announces commercial launch of coronavirus antibody test. Interesting. Oh, ADMA guys might be breaking VWAP. Could be a potential entry on the break of VWAP. This is going to be a huge open on PRPO, I think. $2 is the price to break. When is this going to get unhalted? Don't see any time of sales here. Halted on volatility at 17. Okay, so this is the news came out. That's why it might be a 10-minute halt here. So if that's the case, it's going to open up at 27.30. So let's see how this one, PRPO, opens up. It's crazy how many coronavirus stocks are coming out with like the same news and they're all flying. I feel like there's got to be a cure for coronavirus already. I think there already is based on what I've been reading, but it takes the procedures to get all these things passed and get all the approvals and yada yada is very tiresome and cumbersome. It's a long process. Kndi back down to 8. Oof, that would be crazy. Yeah, there goes Kndi falling off a cliff here a little bit. Nothing that we did not really anticipate here. We do know that $10 is going to be probably the next bigger stop on Kndi. This thing has been trading very thickly all day. So $10 was the big kind of breakout point on this one. So I would expect either $10 to crack a little bit or front running at 10, like 10.20. So either a reversal at like 980 or 1020 would be my very rough estimate for Kndi right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be trading it until we reach those levels. So let's go ahead and put an alert maybe at 10.5 and see if we can slide into this trade at one point. Maybe one point more. ADMA is having a really nice reversal. I was way too conservative with this one and I missed that bounce. Up about 4% from VWAP now. $5K loss. Oh God, Shrikant, what happened on that? That's huge. Nothing that can't be done though. Nothing that can't be done. Kndi might be breaking 10.5 here where we have our alert. This is going to be interesting to watch. Much bigger support about 10. I could see the first bounce around 1020 maybe or 1030. Do I have any trades on EDSA this morning? Do I? I don't think so. No trades on EDSA, which is kind of crazy because this was a pretty aggressive ticker this morning. I just didn't really feel comfortable with it. The one trade I wanted to do was probably around 13.5 and I missed it. This was a really nice bounce. Everything else, yeah, I don't know. Maybe here at 12.55, we kind of called the $12 zone out, but I don't know. Maybe it's going to have a reversal and retest VWAP from here. In the past, EDSA has had some really tough times holding its highs. I'm just not too bullish on it overall. ADMA is looking pretty hot here. Volume picking up back for it. Really nice volume on this one, on the 5 minute and the 1 minute. Looks really good. We have that big resistance at 420, but ADMA, was that coronavirus news? Wow, Gensley, nice. That's not too bad for like a partial kind of move that you were looking for. TAOP. Man, you guys are crazy trading this thing. This thing is just absolutely bonkers. It is pretty crazy the way it's moving though. So like this is one of those tickers you can make a lot of money off of, but you just got to be able to manage your risk on it. I love this dip here at 650 and then finding support at 575 and then just run. That's a beautiful move. Really nice. Yeah, this is a clean one. Almost at 100 likes, got to do it. Are we talking about trading with 5K position size? You know, on one of my trades, I traded with $4,000 Satoshi. That was our big winner on the day too. Oh, this is already your second offense, David? Oh, that's really annoying. Maybe you should call tomorrow and see if you get a different guy. I don't know if that's gonna work, but sometimes like poking the bear a little bit. Yeah, Hugo, I don't think you're the only one doing that. I've been holding it in this 1150 zone. Was never swing trading it or like entering and exiting, but I should have. $10.32 here, ADMA, first green day. Huge has been kind of chilling hard, huh? It's kind of just been stuck here at 5.2, 5.3. I had an alert to see if it would pull lower. More buying volume coming in on HUGE, so that's actually kind of a good sign for it. They're spinning off one of their divisions. Kind of a weird setup here on ADMA. Don't really see it that nice. It's not a good 5-minute setup on ADMA. That's I think the unfortunate part. If I traded this one, I'd be looking for a quick dip here in this area and then break back above the 9-minute EMA. I think that's probably how I would trade this one. No, good thing I didn't. Selling off still. Yeah, I did. There's something about this one that got me a little weary. How I would trade huge. I wouldn't. It's a dirt. Savage. Maintenance margins, B0. Doesn't sound right. I think I have some GE as well, Gabriella, from do I? I would have to check in my dividend portfolio. It's a bit of an accidental setup there. Oh, congrats to you guys slaying TAOP. This one just absolutely insane, up 50%. Quick little dip here back to 8, could be an entry zone. 765. Quick little reversal. Boom, just like that, you could have made 11%. Absolutely insane ticker. PRPO is trying to bore everyone to sleep in the hall. It's so annoying when you got all your attention on one ticker that's not moving. That always freaked me out a little bit. Happens all the time, but you know, it's just you don't know till you know, and then you're like, oh, looks like I did it again. I had a feeling that huge would turn into that, and that's why I stopped looking at huge. TAOP, and that's only because huge was selling off so much. Then it had its volatility at the market open, and then like what is it going to amount to, you know? So whatever. Wow, TAOP absolutely exploding again. So that did off at the $8 would have been phenomenal. So congrats to guys that got in on that. I didn't do it. When I tried day trading, didn't know how I sold cash in the vehicle. Deja vu, oh man. Yeah, PROP. Yeah, we were looking at that for a second. PR, no wait, hold on. Which one is it? PRPO. Uh-oh, guys, it's getting that time of day when my freaking tickers get mixed up in my head. It's not good, not a good place to be. Just buy 10 shares, you can afford it. 10:37, guys. I'm watching ADMA still. I'm waiting for this thing to crack VWAP and then maybe pick some up around 3.7. Again, I have no idea if that's going to work, but that'd probably be the only way I would trade ADMA. Huge. It's breaking below 5. Let's go to it. Check it out. Oh, 40.97. Oh, this thing's finally dipping. Oh, my Lord. Sliding right into the 80s. This is a huge support zone to crack, guys, so watch out a little bit. Give this one time to probably dump. 487. We know that there's some pretty decent support at $4. I don't really see it going to $4 in just one move, so I would probably look for some sort of better entry before then. Maybe something around... Where do we have a lot of support and resistance? It's really tough to say. Maybe 4.5 is just like a general support and resistance zone. I don't know. Also, if I was trading HUGE, I would not be looking for any sort of blow away trade. I'd be doing a very conservative dip trade on it. The last pullback was about 27%. So if we pulled back again about 27%, we'd be reaching about $4. So maybe we will reach $4, but I don't think it's going to be in one clean clean sloop. Good morning, Alex. Jose, what do you mean good morning? Are you just waking up? PRPO, is it still halt? It's still halted. Is it done for the day? No. Sometimes these halt lasts about an hour. If a ticker gets halted because news just came out, oftentimes the holds take quite some time. Do I use any tools for shorting the overall market? No, I don't really short the overall market. I like to just constantly buy into the overall market. Job gets in the way of fun. Well, at least that's a good excuse. It's a valid excuse. I think with huge, it's going to be so tempting to buy it early. So I think we want to just keep in mind that we don't want to buy this thing early. So just, and if you do buy it early, which, there's a good chance of doing, just make sure to take those profits or cut the losses. NKLA, let's watch this one. This one's pulled back quite a bit. I was hoping that we might get an entry on NKLA at some point. It looks like it might be having somewhat of a double bottom here at 220. This could be a really good zone to buy it. What I really like about this dip is we've had big aggressive dips on NKLA before. And when I mean big and aggressive, I'm talking like 40% or so. So this was a 48% dip. This dip right here was about 42. This here is like a 50% dip. So we're kind of like in this huge dip zone. We have huge support. I would probably look for a trade on NKLA. I would like it closer into the 27s. So watch out, guys. ADMA is pulling back. I don't see any bad news about it. It's in that 3.8 zone. This is exactly what we were talking about. It's 10:41. Always a time to be a little bit more cautious. $13.7, having some decent support here. Let's see how much more this can pull back. Still kind of aggressive sell pressure here. 77. Maybe it's gonna have a little bounce in this zone. Let's keep an eye on it. Be one more sell off here. All right, accumulating here at 76. Might have been a little bit early. Let's see what happens. Base hits, guys. I don't really see this going to be the biggest bounce, so 78 is struggling a lot. Yeah, let's see if we can wrap up this trade a little bit here. $74. Very small sell volume on this one. Having a bit move higher here. I would like to see it break back above 80, see what kind of move we can get from there. I'm not sure if it's going to really do much though. 76, back to 76. I'm going to cut my losses here on this one. Down about $2 on this one. I'm a little nervous that it's going to keep pulling back. Got out at 73. Could have a reversal. Gave back about 20 bucks on that one. So I was looking for a bit bigger of a move. I knew that my entry was probably a little bit early, but I wanted to take some profits into the 80s. Didn't work this time, so closed out for a small loss on this one. Looks like I probably would have been better averaging down onto this one because it does look like some decent supports coming in here. But let's see how much this thing is going to pull back first. Sometimes I'm a little bit cautious about bad news coming out at these times, but so far so good on ADMA. Yeah, okay, so nah. Could have probably been right on ADMA. Maybe I should have averaged down a little bit more. My first entry might have been a little bit too aggressive, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, 2%. It's a slow mover. Kndi, nice reversal here so far. Let's go back and talk about Nkla really quickly here. I could see this thing still selling off. Oh, there goes ADMA. Big wicked dip. Put an alert here if we pull below 89. I think that would be a really good spot to start watching this one and probably pick up some sort of move lower. I'm going to probably put a limit order on Nkla at one point today. Let's go here to so many tickers. What time is it? It's 10:46. Yeah, we're definitely wrapping up pretty soon here. God, we had a lot of small losses today. Just a ridiculous amount. We've really kind of accumulated some decent losses. AIHS. Oh, God, what did I just click on? Not too much selling volume on ADMA. That's a good sign. AIHS. No, I'm not buying it. Big sellers here. I think I'm just going to close my AIHS position. This one's really been kind of stagnating all day. Might get out any second on AIHS. Oh, I would be back to break even on ADMA. Such a little bit of a mind tickler, this one. Take care, Abe. Maybe even time to average down into AAL. Don't really want to see a crack 11. That's probably kind of the area that I'm a little bit nervous about with AAL. So airlines are getting hit again, and that's why they're pulling back. Looks like price targets were lowered to $12 on it. Ah, man, ADMA, we were so right about this one, doing exactly what I wanted it to do. Just a little bit early. Right idea, wrong timing. Pilots and flight attendants catch coronavirus at lower rates than ground employees. That's actually a really interesting statistic. Actually, wait, there was one more thing in here that actually looked kind of interesting. Something about liquidity. Oh my God, my eyes are about to go cross-eyed. So, Southwest Airlines with a $1.5 billion loss on Q2. Where did I just read something about liquidity? Oh man, this is tough. Liquidity. So American Airlines Q2 with $10.2 billion of liquidity available. So that should get them through the whole year. That's no problem. If they're somewhat comparable to Southwest Airlines, because if they have $10 billion liquidity and they secured $5 billion loan from the US Treasury, and Southwest loses about 1.5 a quarter, they have at least another year and a half. And I think they should be able to reverse. So it's kind of like a big question. Would you just, keep averaging down? Maybe. I don't really see them going bust without at least one or two more big bounces, but it's hard to say, It could easily end up at $5. We've already hit 825, so that would be a tremendous blow, and you'd have to probably cut your losses and then maybe buy back later. I don't know. It's tough to say. Ooh, let's go here to ADMA. It's pulling back a little bit more. What's the best airline stock? I have no idea, to be honest. I'm so behind on airline companies. Do I have a good video on level 2? Do I? I have a lot of videos that reference it, but I don't know if I have one video specifically that I would recommend watching on it. Maybe I'll make a video focused on level 2 at one point. Finally, I sold my AIHS. It's kind of nice to be out of that trade, to be honest. Nice. We had a good little win on AIHS. It says I'm down 37 bucks on it, but again, that's so ridiculous because we bought it like in the night and it used the closing day, the price of yesterday, and says I'm down 37%, which generally does not make sense because obviously if you look today, we bought this beautiful ticker at 63 and we sold at 65. So I made about 3% on this one. Not really too much, but it would have been nicer if we, you know, this one would have been okay. I could have probably sold it pre-market. I wouldn't be surprised if it just, you know, keeps shooting up at this point, but like, I wish I had the full fill here, and then I probably would have sold really quickly on this first bounce. I think that probably would have been the way to do it. But, oh well, made about 30 bucks on it, so I can't complain. ADMA, let's see what's going on here. It's pulling back again. Kind of a strong pullback, not really expecting such an aggressive move. We have big support at 3.6, so maybe a zone to potentially buy into this one. Having a little bit of a bounce again. $363, just watching it closely. Let's see if we can chip this zone. Buyers back at 6.4. Never really pulls us down as hard as I want, and then it kind of bounces, but never as hard as I want. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely wouldn't be looking for an early entry on this one. Maybe even wait for the 50s. It just, ADMA is such a slow mover. I think that's my problem with it. We had an entry here at 59. Maybe we'll have one more fill at 59. Got one more fill there at 59. Kind of watch this bounce here. That was a pretty decent selling volume on that last one. Quickly went down about 58. I would like to see a reversal into the 60s again. Maybe 60, high 60s would be ideal. $10.56, this thing's still selling off here a little bit. Kind of impressive how much selling power this little puppy's got, huh? It's going down to 58 here. Would probably be stopping out at about 57. Let's see, quick pull, 56 pulling at. Don't want to see that area crack. Could have averaged down on that one actually. That probably wouldn't have been the way to play that quick move to the downside. Quick buyers came back on this one, making me kind of think the buyers are back in control on this. This overall dip on it was quite strong, about 15% for this slow mover stock. Back to 59. having a pretty hard double bottom right now from this former support zone here. We know 55 is huge support. So that gave me a little bit of confidence entering this trade. This looks like a little bit of a double bottom. So I'm looking for that crack now right here. This is a bit of an area for a crack. So we want to break above that last candle. Still a lot of selling momentum on this one. That's unfortunate. I had to stop out of this one at 56. I said I would probably be closing this one at 57, and then we found support in that one. So I tried ADMA to get it twice now on a reversal. Both times I got stopped out. Gave back 40 bucks of my profit on the day. I think I'm honestly going to wrap it up here. Both of those losses were pretty unnecessary. Both of them happened after 10:30. And, you know, there's a big reason I wrap up trading by 10:30. Yeah, oh man, okay, here's the move to 360. Okay, we'd be back in the profits on this one. Oh, so annoying. Whatever. It is what it is. You have to stick to your rules, especially with your stops, because it's so easy to be like, you know what, I'm going to give this one a little bit more, then you're down 2%, or like 3%. I'm going to give this one a little bit longer, you're down, 6%. I'm going to give it a little longer, you're down 10. You average down, you're down 15. You know, it's like, before you know it, you could blow a whole account like that. So it looks like we're going to wrap up the day about $400 profit. Not too really bad. It would have been nice to get maybe 2 more nice trades on it. Right now, ADMA is doing the break higher like I wanted it to. Unfortunately, I stopped out almost at the perfect low. Oh well. At least we didn't really get back that much money. $40 out of 400. So we gave back about 10% there right at the end. I could live with that. I can't read the comments when I'm in a trade. It's too distracting. There's too much going on. Everyone also has different opinions. Everyone has different goals. Everyone's seeing something different. Yeah, Satoshi, that's a really, really good idea. That'd be fun. The problem is, like, I'm using a bunch of different accounts, so it wouldn't really make sense. But yeah, I'll think of something for that maybe. Is day trading my only source of income? I know, of course, it's not my only source of income, and you should never rely on one source of income. We've talked about this many times before. No, Shrikant, it's totally fine. You guys have good ideas all the time. It's just when I'm in the trade, it's hard for me to read, because if I start reading the chat when I'm in the trade, I'm going to miss order flow, and when I miss, big sell orders, big buyers orders are going through, those are key indicators that I need to be buying or selling. So I need to be staring at the order flow and not the chat room when I'm in a trade. Remember, guys, always check the video description below. We got a bunch of FAQs down there, like what trading platform I'm using. I'm using TD Ameritrade, ThinkorSwim. Is it too late to get into TAOP? I don't know. I probably wouldn't, but I was wrong about TAOP many times. So I don't know. It's totally up to you. I cannot answer that question for you, but really, really kind of sweet moves here. It always has these pretty beautiful pullbacks. This bull flag looks a little weak. I don't think I would enter on this bull flag. I could be wrong again, but who knows? That last breakout here was a lower volume candle than this one, so something to consider there. I would wait for probably a bigger 5-minute setup, maybe a pullback to about 9 or something like that. I wouldn't be buying here though. Yeah, here we go, TAOP. There's the pullback that we thought would probably happen. I don't know. Everything affects the stocks, but it's hard to say how it will affect the stocks. I don't really try to predict macro events. It's almost has no major correlation on small caps. So I'll just drive myself crazy if I was doing that. MARA. We get to look at it for a second. Whew, what a day today. Good fun, huh? Started the day negative $200 more or less, and then ended the day basically up 400. So we had a $600 spread today. It was just freaking all over the place. Almost got a heart attack like 5 times. The open was really, really hot. Good fun. We had so many trades overall today, though. Mara. Actually, on the daily chart on MARA, this is looking really good. So we have a nice bounce off of 1.5 with almost no volume. That's a really good sign. I would be a little bit nervous that this is going to have a second pullback to 1.4 tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to happen today, but I would be nervous for that. For now, I'd maybe trade this bounce just a little bit, but it's a slow mover. I would be happy with 3% and move on. Looks like ADMA is finally having the reversal we were waiting for. That sell-off was really kind of aggressive. It was just very kind of hard to predict the reversal on it. And I feel like I've noticed that with a lot of tickers today. It's just very tricky to trade on some of these tickers today. So trading the most obvious setups, dip buys near big supports, first breakouts, and then buying the first pullback, like really simple 101 kind of patterns, and getting aggressive on those, I think was really the way to trade today. Otherwise, you're just taking way too much risk on a day like today. You can read into social media for the small caps and predict the hype. Yeah, that's true. I need to probably check out news articles and social a bit more, but I also feel like you can get a lot of information from the chart alone. But yeah, a lot for me to work on, a lot for me to learn. I'm just in the beginning. Do I see huge going back above 6? Not at the moment. I see huge maybe finding some support at one point, and then we trade that support around 4. That's what we were talking about. Actually, look at this. This is why I don't like TOS alerts. Had an alert here at 4.7. Does it even bother going off? Nope. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. So yeah, so I was thinking about buying this one around 4.5 for a little bit of a trade. Could have made 3% off of that. That's not really too bad. So, kind of unfortunate. If ADMA has a quick pullback here, I'd probably consider trading it, but I don't know if it will. Yeah, I think huge will possibly have a really nice bounce off of $4 at one point today. So that's something that I'm going to be looking at. Again, I'm going to place an alert, but I don't know if it's going to come out. Come to Fidelity, it's way better. Maybe at one point. Do I have any crypto exposure? Yes, I do. Yeah, let me show you my scan settings here. 1 second. I have a whole video about it in the video description below, but let me quickly show you guys here. Edit small cap movers, and then let me just maybe take a quick screenshot. Can't have this open too long, because if this is open, I can't click on anything else. So I got percent change, I got volume, I got market cap, last, and then I got shares. Percent change, I've changed a few times. I've went from 10 to 20. I don't know. It's 15 is okay. It's kind of like you get the gist of what's going on. Volume, yeah, I don't want to leave out too much, but I don't want to really go under 25. Market cap's under 2 million is, you need to have a market cap of 2.5 to be listed. So I don't know. Maybe sometimes I should check out some of these smaller market caps, see if there's any correlation. So could probably move this down a little bit more, but that's maybe better for the gap scanner, less the small cap movers. I don't really want to be looking at stuff under 10 cents. And the reason I have this at 19 is because I don't like when stocks disappear from my watch list. And yeah, shares, I don't know. You could play around with this quite a bit. Let's check out AYRO. This is one I have traded in the past. We traded it on this bigger move here to the upside with big volume. Right now it doesn't have any volume. I actually have a limit order on this one near some 2.5 kind of support zone. I'm not sure if this will get executed, and I'm not sure if I'll keep it. We had some really nice bounces off of 4. Probably could have made 50 cents a share on that. 3 is definitely going to be a big support zone. I don't think I would trade in this area. Very low volume. I could see this thing dumping at one point. I'd be very careful with AYRO for sure. Very low volume on this one. Yeah, look at this. And check this out. Offering on the 21st. This is just typical. So that was probably on this big candle. Yep. So just watch out with a ticker like this. They'll probably come out with another offering, and they'll probably come out with offerings till it's back at $1 or so. I don't know. I'd be careful. Right now, intraday, this is having a nice little breakout and pullback. Might have a continuation, but such low volume, I would not trade it. Kndi is pulling back. It had a retest here near big support and resistance at 12.7. Now it's pulling back. Might have a nice bounce off 11 like 20 or so. What's my favorite swing trade? Oh, that's so hard to say. There's so many fun ones. I think Intel, if it keeps going lower to like 45, would be a really nice swing trade. I think AAL, American Airlines, I don't know. It's tough to say. I'm like 50-50 on American Airlines. It does have big support here. I wanted AMD, but I missed the pullback when it had the nice breakout. I don't know. We'll make another video about swing trades probably next weekend. I don't think about this weekend, but then I'll talk about all my top swing trades. Really risky. Eddie, why would you think I want a really risky ticker? Just went live today. LI Auto. What's their ticker? Is it LI? Hasn't started trading. Gotcha. Look at TAOP. So it had that nice dip back to 9, and then it had that really sweet reversal. So awesome if you guys got that one. I can't believe these moves on TAOP are just absolutely wicked. I don't really like trading stocks I don't fully understand, and this one's moving so weird that I'd rather just kind of watch it and learn from it, and then maybe I'll be ready to trade it next time. But yeah, just crazy weird how this thing's moving. I'd be kind of nervous that some sort of offering is going to come out because it's never held a gap very well. So let's keep that in mind. Consistently profitable without looking at level 2. I don't know, man. I would have a hard time trading without level 2, but I'm sure many people do it. I just, yeah, good question. Are they profitable? Why would you? That's like being a race car driver and like taking out all your mirrors and being like, okay, let's do this. Like, why would you do that? That's a giant handicap for no reason. It's probably even worse than that. That's like being a race car driver and just removing your what's it called? What's it called? The rear view or the rear tire handbrake. Oh, the handbrake. It's like, what's the word for that? Your steering wheel, literally. Yeah, David, it's pretty like why would you do that? PRPO has been halted for 55 minutes. Oh my God, that's stressful. We'll have to definitely check out PRPO on the recap. The steering bugs. Yeah, me too. Active Trader is the best. Look at ADMA just constantly pulling back. It was a good thing that we cut our losses on this one. You know, we could have been profitable on it, but if we were profitable, we would have only been profitable about like 1% or 2%. So it would have never been that great ADMA. So taking a $40 loss on it actually feels kind of good. Just had a $5 uptrend. It's pretty solid. Kndi might have a nice bounce here at one point at 1120. That's probably what I would be looking for. KODK, let's quickly check it out. ADMA, I wonder if it's going to have some sort of support at like 3.5 or something like that. Maybe if it breaks 3.5 and maybe at like 3.4 something might be interesting turnaround story. KODK, much smoother today. I gotta say the way it's moving today has been much smoother. Found some nice support at 35 and then had a nice little rip ski on up here 11%. So pretty clean moves. I wouldn't be trading it here for a break of VWAP. It might happen, but I wouldn't probably want to do that myself. A lot of risk on that. Oh, boom, instantly breaking higher. So I guess it might move past VWAP, but again, wouldn't be super stoked about taking that trade. ADMA approaching 3.5 and HUGE huge, also breaking 4.5 on its way to $4. That's the support zone we were looking for and talking about. So maybe that's going to be a nice trade at one point as well. ADMA breaking lower. Wow, the way ADMA has been selling off is freaking ferocious. I was really not expecting that. 13% here, 13% there. How many trades do I usually take in a day? 10 to 20 usually. I think today we're up a little bit. We did more. We're back at $27,000 after removing all the money from our account. So that's a pretty nice little rally we've had. So today we did 19 trades. Pretty sweet. Yeah, seriously, David. Actually, that's pretty. The fact that there's even those hot tickers flying on during summer trading is kind of impressive. I was expecting the summer to be a little bit more chill, but I guess Corona really made the market do much more because a lot of people are probably trading that otherwise would be doing something else. PROP, man. I mean PRPO, just crazy. IBIO, not really. I think huge is really the ticker to be watching for a possible bounce. Even if it's like a 3% bounce, I think it's highly likely. It's had a really nice sell-off now. IBIO we talked about a little bit earlier. What did I say about it? I don't even really remember. Having a bit of a pennant pattern here. I don't know. Such low volume here, even on the green days. Probably seeing some big resistance at 4.7. I probably wouldn't be trading IBIO, even if, no matter, I think, I don't know. It would have to be really good news. This thing's had such a strong rally from 5 cents to 7.45. There's no way I would touch IBIO. I only see really one thing on this thing, and that's probably consolidating to the downside. I could be wrong. I have no idea, but I don't know. There could be a short squeeze on it too. That's also, it's hard to borrow, but I don't know. I don't know, man. V2, yeah, I don't know, maybe. It's good though to get out of a trade if you don't feel comfortable with it anymore. If it's not your original thesis, that's good. I might also get out of AAL, to be honest. TAOP about to crash anytime. Yeah, I would not be surprised. I'd be so careful with TAOP. It's at now 4,000 at $13.7. Crazy, 4,000%. Obviously, it's not up 4,000% today. It's just the reverse split. Am I in the NASDAQ 100? Possibly. I'm not totally sure. Most likely. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. I don't think I'm going to be trading anything else anymore today. Maybe huge. I'll be trading at $4, $4.20, $4.17. I don't know where, but there could be big support on this one. So most likely, if I see the right setup, I'll trade it. There's a good chance I'm not going to trade it because I'm just going to absolutely miss it. Whoa, ADMA just picked up a lot of sell volume. This thing could be falling again. I don't know, guys. At one point, you just want to wrap up your trading. There's no reason to drive yourself crazy. Yesterday, it was a hot day. We could have traded all day long, but I probably would have lost an eyeball. And, I had a really nice evening. So, live the trade to, enjoy the other things you want to do in life. And, don't be a slave to the screen. And right now, we had the hot opportunities, and basically at 10 o'clock, I was done with trading, and everything I did after 10 o'clock was a small loss. So sometimes it's just really, really good to walk away. It's also good for your mental sanity. How do you see your past trade bubbles? Go here to the gear icon where it says chart settings, and then on the first tab under general, and then content, and then display, you can click the show trades button. You can also say show orders, which is kind of an interesting thing as well. Hope that helps, Soccer Skills. Oh, there's the ambulance. That's the wrap-up signal. TAOP. I wonder if it's about to top out because we're seeing a little bit more indecisiveness in the candles. We got a hangman, and then we have a shooting star candle. It's just like a little bit all over the place. This thing could still have a topping tail, though, and just like really go exponential. I don't know. Blow off top is probably what I would expect. Who knows? Sirens, go buy something. I really like Webull Web. I think it's quite nice. I have not checked out their desktop application, but I think Webull has one of the best web platforms. Even TD Ameritrade doesn't have a web platform. They used to have Trade Architect, but they discontinued it. So I don't know. I think for web, Webull is pretty amazing. Their mobile is pretty debatable. I'm not a big fan of trading stocks on mobile anyway, though, so I'm probably very biased. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Don't forget to drop a like if you haven't done so already. If you're totally new, definitely consider subscribing. We'd love to see you again. It's been a heck of a day. I was pretty nervous today. starting off is so far in the red, but you know, I think we got aggressive when it counted, took those base hits, built a nice cushion, and I think we did an all right job today. So I'm pretty happy. Really made some silly mistakes pre-market, but you know, watching pre-market I find is very worthwhile because it helps, you know, get the gears into play and kind of get a feel for the day. Alrighty, tighty guys. Time to put the cream on the fingers. That sounded so wrong. I meant to like some lotion to relax a little bit, blow off the steam on the hands from the clicking. Never mind. Make fun of me later. I'll see you guys in the recap video, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you guys there. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, don't overtrade, and just be smart. Manage your risk. Ciao, guys.